Hi everybody, welcome back to the SG Stories. I am here with my number one J1 teacher. I am extremely biased because Miss Jules is actually teacher for my son, Cruz Haynes, and she has done an outstanding job. So without further ado, please introduce yourself, Miss Jules, and give us a bit of your background outside of school, because we all know you in school.
Wow, I'm a mom outside of school. I have an almost 18-year-old child. Yes, I know.
Whoa.
But
And you look barely over 18. That's wonderful.
I know. That's good news.
Excellent.
But I am an avid beachgoer, reader. Before COVID, was still dancing and things like that. But other than that, very quiet, at home, family-oriented person.
Okay, lovely. I must say, Miss Jules, your challenge, I mean, I have witnessed it firsthand, having these kids, out of school. And the truth is, I thought the homeschooling was difficult in TOPS. But when you transition from TOPS to J1, the work really kick in, right? Because literally these kids have started doing homework now. They've gone to the preparation for the 11 plus examination. The curriculum has begun. And literally, they got some days I'm like, wait, what's that again? Possessive noun? What's that? So you send me back to the drawing board with these things, right? So thank you. Okay. But it's been so challenging, and you have done an incredible job, not just keeping these kids educated, but keeping them cool and calm. How do you manage?
As you said, use the correct word, it was a challenge. But I actually enjoyed trying to find innovative ways to keep them focused online, for them to grasp the work, things that they could play games and interact and have fun while learning, because as much as it was on teachers and parents, it was also a lot on them. And coming into J1 is an extremely huge transition from being in TOPS, not only just the volume of work, but the independence that comes with being at that level and things like that. So it was a lot for them to handle, but it was a challenge, but I welcomed it. And I wouldn't say that it was bad. I kind of enjoyed it.
Wonderful. I know that they're back at school, praise God. I know we all had some anxiety going back into school, but we have to get back to life at the end of the day. How is that transition again, having the kids come back, having to socialize, and after being online for almost 2 years? How's that been?
That in itself has been another huge challenge. It's like we are re-socializing them in the basics of being social and being in each other's space and things like that. But what helped us is, from the beginning when we were in J1, we were learning different characteristics that makes up a person and how to deal with certain situations. So whereas we did have a few hiccups when they came in, having to be around each other and playing with each other, but then I was able now to pull on these things that we were actually doing outside of our academic work, learning how to be kind, learning how to be compassionate, how to be understanding, how to have good sportsmanship, and those are the things that we actually pull on to help them to basically get accustomed to being back with each other. It is a bit challenging for them to be in a classroom setting now, having to sit and it's not put on your shoes, we're not at home anymore and things like that. But other than that, they have maintained being the good class that they were when we were online. And we still keep it fun, so they enjoy that part.
Yes, no, they have lots of fun. And I think it's also your energy as well, because my first day that Cruz went back, he hadn't been for a couple of years. I was a little bit nervous about how he would react to, going back in face to face. And he is being off and running. I mean, he didn't look back. And the very first morning he went there, you were like, "Morning, Cruz." And he was like, "Daddy, you heard Miss Jules call my name. She said good morning to me." And from there, right, it's been smooth sailing. And I am no more nervous than him. But he is just gone right back in and happy to be back at school. So thank you so much, because it could have been so much drama. Yeah, so thank you so much. So how long, Ms. Jules, have you been at St. Gabriel's?
I have only been at St. Gabriel's for like maybe a year, 6 months now.
Wow. So you came smack in the middle of all this COVID drama, had to deal with it from scratch. Wow. But that's amazing, and thank you so much. I mean, and the kids definitely connect to you, and having that connection through COVID, I mean, it's almost impossible, but you have managed to pull it off. So
that was my main aim. So.
Wow. So I know it's only a year and a half that you've been there, but you must have a couple of memories that are special to you about the school. Give me one or two of those.
Firstly, it is how welcoming everybody was. Coming in the middle of a pandemic, it is like, being thrown off the ship and, being told to swim. But what I can say is that the staff, my colleagues, were very welcoming. They were very helpful. And I loved that about this school. And it helped me to feel very comfortable very quickly, which enabled me to do my job how I needed to do my job. So I didn't have to worry about not knowing how to do this. And even if it's something that I didn't know, I would ask a question. At that time, my head of department was Mrs. Chandler, and she was always ready to help me. My teaching partner, Mrs. Humphrey, was always ready to help me. So that alone in itself made an extremely challenging time easier to deal with.
That's great. The St. Gabriel's family, I mean, almost every single person I've interviewed has always made reference to our family. I went to school there, my brother went to school there, Cruz is actually my third child there, and I have a daughter, Zen, who is now in nursery, so I've been there, done that. But it really is a family vibe, and I'm so happy to have you there. Most teachers that start there at the early age, they don't know they're going to be there 30, 40 years down the road, but look at Mrs. Collymore, 40 years down the road, she's still here. So welcome to the family, but what's your favorite part about being a teacher? I know it's tough being a teacher in these times, but what compelled you to teach, especially in this environment?
How can I explain this? There is a particular moment when you're teaching a child. It's not something that they say, but it's something that you actually see on their face, that exact moment that you know that they have gotten what it is that you are teaching them. And I teach for that exact moment. And I can see on their face, like, what it is. That is it for me. That is what I like. That is what I love to see. Other than that, I really do love kids. I love my job because I'm very, very passionate. I have always wanted to be a teacher. I never wavered from that when I was a child. Most children will go through, oh, I want to be this, I want to be a teacher. So for me, this is where I want to be, and throughout my career, I am happy and I am comfortable and I'm getting the most that I can get out of my job here at St. Gabriel's.
That is incredible. Thank you so much. I mean, well, you are definitely a part of the St. Gabriel's family. I made that official right now, right here. Right? Right? So, what do you love about being a part of St. Gabriel's family? Just a very small one, Lena.
Camaraderie, the whole family, that family-oriented feel, and not just the staff, the parents. Being a teacher during the pandemic, I had the most supportive parents with the two classes that I have taught so far when I was here. So all of that combined, it makes it a joy to be here.
Well, it's a joy to have you teaching and being part of the family. Ms. Jules, I just want to end this thing. We always end by saying we love St. Gabriel's. So who you are, and then say you love St. Gabriel's, and that is a wrap. I'll let you go back and teach your children.
I am Miss Jules, and I love St. Gabriel's School.
Wow, I love St. Gabriel's too, Ms. Jules. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you at 2 o'clock p.m. just afterwards. Take care.
All right, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care.
This is the St. Gabriel song, and we sing it proud and strong. We are one family. Every culture, every race, we all have an equal space, and we live in unity. It's unity every day, that is the St. Gabriel's way. You and me in unity is strength. In the class and when we play, it's unity every day. You and me in unity is strength. In unity